Welcome to the Go-Go Museum and Tony Lee.
He getting there. My son's Zaire, y'all. Come on, y'all give it up for Zaire. Trying to take my job. Ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible day. What an incredible day. God even kept the weather good for us out here as we are having this soft launch of the Go-Go Museum. I need you all to give yourselves a hand out here. I must admit, this has been a day that's been many years in the making, and while you give yourselves a hand, give Ronald Moulton and Natalie Hopkinson a hand and all of their team for this incredible work. And I must admit that I'm sitting here and I'm looking at the folks up there, and it reminds me of when I was at the IBEX and they would say party in the balcony. But y'all don't know about that. Y'all don't know about that. Y'all ain't think the red would know about that. Amen, but we got the party. So shout out to the folks in the balcony. Come on, give it up for the folks in the balcony. We got the party in the balcony. Look, I'm going to move this along because we got a whole lot that happened here, and y'all should never give a reverend a microphone, especially a reverend from Southeast who's been a little sentimental up in here from when I used to be a fourth and senior over there at Paramount Baptist Church. And so, you know, I'm about to cry. But before I cry, I'm going to get our first person up in here. I am asking, we got a whole lot of folks that can speak, and all the folks on here are some speakers, amen? But I am asking that y'all would hold to your 2-minute limit so that we can get to the crank, because it would be horrible to be at the Go-Go Museum and have all talking and no crank. Amen, somebody. So I don't know about y'all, but they said junkyard and backyard is on the lineup, and so I came for the crank because the Reverend loves a free go-go. Amen. And so the first thing we have ahead of us is we have Allison Kreiner Brown, who's going to be sharing a land and labor acknowledgement on the day. Give her a hand as she comes right now.
Good morning. I bring greetings from the Mayor's Office of Racial Equity and Dr. Amber Hewitt, Chief Equity Officer for the District of Columbia. The land acknowledgement portion of this reading is modified from historian Armin Leon and Chief Jesse Swan Jr. of the Piscataway-Conway Tribe. We acknowledge that this gathering is taking place on the traditional land of the Anacostia people of the Piscataway Tribe, and we acknowledge the more than dozen tribal nations whose lands now comprise the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. We pay respect to their chiefs and elders, both past and present. The law that made Go-Go the official music of D.C. describes Go-Go as, quote, a multifaceted art form that fully captures the cultural and artistic expressions of the district. On this occasion of the opening of the Go-Go Museum here in Anacostia, we pay respect to the communities and leaders of Ward 8, including Mayor for Life, Marion Berry, as well as the founders and supporters behind this museum. We acknowledge the generations of Washingtonians, particularly Black, Indigenous, and people of color Washingtonians, whose labor and talents built this city, its landscapes, buildings, operations, economics, politics, culture, arts, and music. We honor the Go-Go pioneers, beginning with the godfather of Go-Go, Chuck Brown, along with the people, musical styles, and local enterprises that shaped and supported Go-Go. Today, we celebrate this new landmark and milestone to preserve the official music of Washington, D.C. Hashtag Don't Mute D.C. Hashtag Make Go-Go Forever. Thank you.
Come on, won't you give her another hand? Now, because we have such a lineup of distinguished dignitaries, I could give whole bios for everybody who's going to be speaking, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put them up with their title, if y'all don't mind. To every dignitary, I want you to be clear that we know you're a baller, we know you're rocking and rolling, but I want to get us moving so that as a pastor, I can expedite the service. Amen. And so next we have council member, at-large city council member, main man 50 grand, been working so hard to be doing this work, Robert White. Come on, won't you give God a heck of a praise to council member Robert White. I'm sorry, I done jumped somebody up. I done jumped ahead. I'm sorry. No, we have Councilmember at-large City Councilmember Kenyon McDuffie. Do me a favor and give him the proper greeting because I jumped somebody in front of him on the lineup. Come on, give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Kenyon McDuffie, the People's Champ.
Good morning, everybody. and I'm gonna try to keep our remarks brief, but this is gonna be hard, Reverend. It's gonna be hard because there's been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that went into getting this until this day. And so, if I go like 30 seconds over, please forgive me. I wanna start by telling you all how much of an honor it is for me to be standing on this stage and be here to see the culmination of a lot of work. And there are a lot of people who deserve credit for getting us to this day, and I'm not gonna list them all because that would take far too long, but I am gonna start by recognizing Natalie Hopkinson and Ron Moulton. If we can give them a resounding round of applause. And I know they don't do the work by themselves, but their vision, dedication, and commitment to making the museum and cafe a reality is really, really, really what got us to this day. Through their hard work, they've created a space not only that honors our culture, but uplifts the spirit and resilience of the city's people. And that's important in times when people are trying to mute go-go music. When people were trying to mute go-go music, they said that they were not going to let that happen. And it really resulted in one of the biggest, widespread, I think, impromptu demonstrations of what DC is all about and what Go-Go Museum is all about. It also inspired me in 2019, talking to people like Cam, one of my good buddies, to introduce legislation to make Go-Go the official music of Washington, D.C. Anybody know that Go-Go is the official music of Washington, D.C.? Over the years, we've witnessed the powerful impact of Go-Go both on local and national stages, whether it is Backyard's incredible performance at Amazon Prime's hit show Alex Cross, to Sugar Bear and the EU lighted up at the BET Awards. The sound of our city, the soundtrack of our city continues to reach new audiences, inspire generations. But it's not just about recognition. It's about preservation. It's about celebration. That's why in 2020, when the pandemic rocked the world, it rocked our country, and it rocked our city, I was inspired to put $3 million into the budget with the support of my council colleagues to support the culture of Go-Go, to support the people of Go-Go. Not just the ones who are on the stage, but all the folks who make the music, the soundtrack of our city. And that funding really went out to support a lot of folks during some of the toughest times in our city's history. Today, as we cut the ribbon on this incredible space, we're going to do more than an opening museum and cafe. We're solidifying Go-Go's place not only in the history books, but in the everyday lives of DC residents who've been doing this for more than 50 years. If you're a DC resident that's been partying at Go-Go for more than 50 years, make some noise. It's the stories that you all have been telling, the memories that you all have made, and really the heartbeat of the nation's capital, our own homegrown genre. So I want to say congratulations to everybody that's made today what it is. And we're going to do one shout out to the late, great Chuck Brown. When I say, y'all know what I'm about to say, right? Y'all got to join it up. You all here. I see Daryl said it. You got a scoop. Wind me up, Chuck. Wind me up, Chuck. Say what? Wind me up, Chuck. Say what? Wind me up, Chuck. This is what it's all about. If you know, you know. If you don't, I feel sorry for you. Thank you all. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Natalie.
Now, won't you put your hands together for at-large City Council Member Robert White as he comes. Come on, give him greetings as he comes right now.
All right, brothers and sisters, esteemed guests and members of our vibrant community, today is more than a celebration of art and music. It's a celebration of resilience, of culture, and the power of our community. As we gather to open the Go-Go Museum, we're standing in space that embodies the shared history, creativity, and determination of our city and our residents. Let me begin by honoring the work of Ron Moulton, Natalie Hopkinson, give it up for them, and Check It Enterprises. Your vision and hard work, your passion, your persevering spirit uplifted the go-go culture and the culture of our city and have brought us to this moment. You have transformed this building into a beacon of pride for our city, a space where stories will be told, memories will be honored, and inspiration will flourish for many years to come. But this building has a story of its own. Not so long ago, its future was uncertain. It was a moment that tested us. Losing a piece of our history to rising costs and displacement was not an option. That's why we came together, pushing forward a new approach to ensure that small businesses like these could own their own spaces, root themselves in their communities. So when I introduced and championed the bill to help Check It Enterprises and We Act Radio acquire these buildings, it wasn't easy because the council had never done anything like this before. But as Big G says, I'm an uptown boy. In Uptown, there's a building called Ceasefire Don't Smoke the Brothers and Sisters. And legend had it when I was growing up that Mayor Barry bought that building so that that organization and the young people that they poured into could have a space. And so I knew that this wasn't impossible, because where there is no path, we have to create a path. It was about saving this building, but it was more than that. It was about what saving this building represents: creativity, opportunity, and belonging. Today, this museum stands as a testament to what we can achieve when we come together with vision and purpose. It's a space that tells the story of Go-Go, our city's unique sound and heartbeat. It's a sound born from ingenuity, created in church basements and neighborhood backyards, played sometimes with junk, carried forward by pioneers like Chuck Brown, Treble Funk, and EU, and kept alive by countless bands, fans, and supporters. So this moment is a victory, and it's a call to action to continue to stay united, to work together, and to honor our city and our music, not just because of the past, but because of all the young people that we need to continue to pour into. So thank you for this work, and I'm proud to be here today.
Grateful for Councilmember Robert White. And while it's important for us to have our council members and our political leaders here who have helped us along this journey to this ribbon cutting of the Go-Go Museum and Café, it is also important to have many of those history makers in the life and the legacy of Go-Go music here. And we have right here one of those history makers, one of those who helped shape one of the most iconic moments in Go-Go history. This is Mr. Daryl Brooks, the creator of Go-Go Live at the Capitol Center. I need somebody to give him his respect up in here. Go-Go Live at the Capitol Center. Y'all need to give it up, Daryl Brooks.
Ron Moten and Natalie, Star Stevenson, and my partner Cal, y'all got goosebumps up here. Let me tell you why. We started Compare the What Incorporated in Anacostia Park with the help of the mayor's office, a whole bunch of folks, the community period, school system, etc., etc. What transpired in Anacostia Park was also a breeding ground for local bands to come and play for their community, along with art and educational programs that were happening, that were culminated by a lot of activity, a lot of with the National Endowment of the Arts, DC Commission on Arts. So it took a village of people to come together. But what happened in Anacostia Park from 72, 73, 74, and 75 was historic. It's not talked about much, similar like they don't talk about Human Kindness Day much. But a lot of things happened inside our own community that was major. But we knew it, but the press never played with it, never gave us the props. I say today, I was talking to several people, because obviously I talk to a lot of y'all because of things we do. And I'm very proud of today. I'm very proud that we're here today to celebrate something that our ancestors put forth and fought for centuries ago. Centuries ago. Understand, that heartbeat, that drumbeat came way before we got here. A lot of people prayed for us to get here. So please understand the significance of this moment. This moment. Madness. G. Wally. I could go. There's a bunch of you. Go-Go ologists. Charles Stevenson. People all over the community has helped us carry the burden of this. And I'll say the following: God bless us. Don't ever give up our dreams. Go-Go Live at the Capitol Center was done on a dare, because somebody came into our marketplace and wanted to do a film about Go-Go and had trash. It had us being drug addicts, had us being shooting people and all kinds of stuff. Chuck, your dad, Sugar Bear, Juju, James Funk. I just come off the road with Run DMC tour across country. I met them at the pension building. I said, "What's wrong, man? This is supposed to be a great film." They said, "Daryl, this is some garbage. Man, we got to do something on our own." So I said, come to the office. We'll sit down in my office, we'll make a plan. We can do our own film. We can tell our own story. Let's get together as a family and do our own, I want to say another word, but that's how I talk, okay? So when we did that, they came there and they were our partners. There was no one man's banner to make the Go-Go Live happen. It was a family and a brotherhood of bands and community that made Go-Go happen. That's why they still talk about Go-Go Live today. Am I right, Eardrum? Am I right? Tell me I'm not right. Where my crew at? Where my crew? Y'all know that's what happened. That's what made it happen. So I say the following. Do me a favor. Patronize this place. Give thanks to this place. And be your own advocate to make this town what it's supposed to be. Now I'm going to say something that's really off the cuff. And I hope y'all don't get mad at me. I hope y'all don't get mad. But if you get mad at me, I won't care because I won't hear it anyway. I don't like Washington. I like the district. Because Washington had a slave, had a plantation down the street, okay? I don't like Columbia, because he's also messed up a lot of indigenous people. I do like the district, because that's who we've been. That's who we've been. I just want to throw you something out philosophy. Thank you for your time. I love it.
Some of y'all give it up, Daryl Brooks. Hey man, I think one of the joys of the Go-Go Museum and Café is it does pull together a range of things. It pulls together artists, it pulls together politicians, it pulls together regular people who just experience go-go music, it pulls together artists, but it also pulls together our scholars. And I am grateful that if it's not for our scholarship, like a Natalie Hopkinson, that does not give the kind of validation that is needed to be able to shape this kind of professional kind of a pieces here. And so with that, we want to thank God for our scholastic legacy and those who have been writing about our story, because it's a poor frog that won't brag about its own pond. And so we are grateful for those who have put down in books and helped to authenticate the work of go-go and go-go culture. And so do me a favor and put your hands together for Mr. Charles Stevenson Jr., the author of The Beat.
He put me on after Daryl. Let me say something. Usually I'm in the room, I'm the oldest one in the room, but when Daryl's in the room, he's the oldest one in the room. Yeah, it's okay. But look here, before I get started, I gotta say something about this event. First, I want to welcome the mayor. Thank you, Mayor. Congresswoman, Elder Holmes Norton. But let me say something. This event is so important because you go back in the day, Anacostia Museum, which is the prelude to the African American Museum, was created a long time ago. And that museum epitomized the struggles of the 60s. Around the corner is Frederick Douglass's home. And we all know that Frederick Douglass was a freedom fighter. And that house right there epitomized our strength and our resolve to be free in this country. And right now, 1920 Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue is the Go-Go Museum and Café, which epitomizes the struggles in this country and this city for the last 60 years. We came together. Look, I say this. I think that Go-Go is a musical movement that started in the late 60s with bands like The Aggression, 100 Years Time, 95th Congress, Brute, and of course, Chuck Brown, the Soul Searchers. And then later on, Chuck decided, I gotta play the beat. And that's when it all exploded. Now, people from outside of DC recognize DC for three things. Mumbo Sauce, which is good, Marion Barry, and go-go music. All right? Those are the three things that we got to explain. Now, if they don't get it, I'm sorry, but that's what we're about. Mumbo Sauce, Marion Barry, and go-go music. And what Daryl said earlier, and Ms. Mayor, the DC government was complicit in the rise of go-go music. What do I mean by that? Back in the day, we had great musical programs in the schools. And what we did, we graduated all these musicians. We had the DC Ambassadors Band, which was the best musicians in Washington were on this band. But as a result, we were training all these musicians in schools, they started to form their own neighborhood bands. Okay? And that's really how the whole musical movement started. because we taught our students about the music in school. And we got to continue doing that. And I tell you, as a result, look what we got. Everybody says that Go-Go is the cousin of hip-hop. But I'm telling you, Go-Go is its own kinfolk. We remember now, we played live music and we get it on. And it's just so important that we recognize what we've done. Ron Moulton, Natalie Hopkinson got together with this idea. Initially, everybody said it can't be done. But with their resolve and their commitment to making this a historic event, a historic venue, it happened. Now when people come to Washington, D.C., they go to the hotels. They ask the concierge, where can I go for Go-Go? You can now say, you can go to the Go-Go Museum and Café. And with that, I say, when you walk in the door and you want to go, say what? Hello, hello. All right.
Come on, one more time for Brother Charles Stevenson, the author of The Beat. Right now I'm super excited because I wanted to be shown on videos that I at one point introduced this young sister because she is a star, a flat out star. And so I want the world to know that I know her and I claim her as a little sister. But I am excited. She is going to come and she is going to introduce the mayor. She's going to introduce the mayor of Washington, D.C., our own Mayor Muriel Browser. I need y'all to put your hands together for the voice of the city. Come on, give it up for Jata.
Good morning, everyone. So I wanted to do something very quickly. I am an alumni of the Marion Barry's Youth Leadership Institute. And yes, and when Marion Barry used to walk into a room and greet people, especially his youth, he would always say, "Hello, winners." So when I say that, I want y'all to respond. Is that okay? Okay. Hello, winners. Y'all sound so good. Hello, winners indeed. So my name is Jata. I am a go-go and R&B artist from Southeast DC, not too far from where we are currently. I first want to thank Ronald Moulton for continuously elevating the voices of the go-go community by creating spaces and opportunities for go-go artists such as the Go-Go Museum. To know go-go is to know DC. To love go-go is to love DC. And to respect the rich history of go-go is to honor the rich history of DC. And why is that? Because go-go history is DC history. And I am so honored and gracious to be a part as the youngest active member in the go-go community. Prior to being a performing artist, I formerly served as the youth mayor of our beautiful city through the Marion Barry's Youth Leadership Institute. I was tasked with working diligently to be the voice of the youth, acting as a liaison between elected government officials and our youth, speaking up and out on issues that affected our daily lives. In this position, I was able to work closely with the DC Council and the Mayor's office. In this position, I was able to witness firsthand our mayor work diligently for the residents of our beautiful city, especially our women and our children. I, as all of us, was able to witness her story in being the first African-American woman to be elected as mayor for 3 consecutive terms, not 1, not 2, but 3. Her story in implementing legislation that protects the residents of our beautiful city. Her story in using her prowess to preserve and uplift our culture by making go-go the official music of the nation's capital. I am so proud to announce my mayor, your mayor, our mayor. Please give a warm welcome to Mayor Muriel Bowser.
Well, good morning, everybody. Let's give Jata another big round of applause. It's always good to be with our youth mayors. I want to thank you for your service to the city. And I want to say congratulations to Ron Moulton and Natalie Hopkinson for bringing us the Go-Go Museum. Give them a big round of applause. You know, we have over 80 museums in Washington, D.C., but until today, we had one missing. And now we can say when people come to visit our city, when young people are talking about our history and culture, that we have a Go-Go Museum. And I want to acknowledge everybody in DC who has worked on this vision. Let me start with acknowledging Councilmember Kenyon McDuffie, who is here. Give Kenyon another big round of applause. And thanking him for authoring the legislation that made Go-Go our official music. Give him another round for that. I want to recognize at-large Councilmember Robert White as well. And I want to say thank you to all of the people who put their ideas and vision towards this beautiful museum. Now, I got to walk through the museum a couple of weeks ago. Ron gave me a sneak peek. I was itching to see what was going on here. And you are going to be so very proud of the vision, the content, and the experience that you're going to get at the Go-Go Museum. You're going to see our Go-Go legends. You're going to see the intersection between Go-Go and hip-hop and civil rights, and of course, the intersection with DC history. We are reminded that a people who doesn't remember its history will lose everything. And so we have to be committed to this museum. We have to be committed to educating our young people and educating the next generation of musicians. Where is the next generation of our musicians? And we have to be committed to our culture. Know this, the days ahead are uncertain, but our commitment and our resolve is stronger than ever. And being united in our history and culture is so important to the days ahead. So to everyone involved, congratulations.
Come on, another hand for Mayor Muriel Bowser right now. Won't you give it up for her? We're grateful for public officials who will continue to take us forward. As I introduce this next person, Dr. Vedette Coleman Robinson, if you can make your way to the stage, we're trying to locate you. You'll be up in the deck. But right now, we are grateful for a young brother who is continuing to carry the legacy forward. And we are grateful for the work he is doing with the Chuck Brown Band as he continues the legacy of his father, the godfather of Go-Go music. I need you to put your hands together here as we celebrate not just him, but also the legacy of his father, Chuck Brown, as we put our hands together for Brother Wiley Brown coming for us right now with the Chuck Brown Band.
DC, I want to thank everybody for being here, man. Ron put in so much hard work, Miss Natalie, and for all the pioneers that have been putting in so much work over the years, man, like Uncle Tony, Mr. Brooks, man, there's so many of y'all, Sugar Bear, Big G, y'all keep this thing going. Keep this thing going that my father started, man. And I know he's smiling down on all of us right now because we all keeping this going. And it wouldn't be here without everybody that cares about the music. It's all about love. It's all about love at the end of the day. And y'all know that this music means so much to this city and this culture. We all keep it going, and to be here today, man, this beautiful weather, it ain't no mistake. God don't make no mistakes, man, at all. God don't make no mistakes. And I know my father. I know my father will be proud of everybody that's sitting here and that's a part of this culture, a part of DC, a part of the music. It means so much to me and my family to keep this thing going. That's why I feel like I was born to grow into what I've become right now. I've been by my father's side since I was 5 years old. On stage with him, just watching how he moved. He was such a people person. He loved everybody. And no matter who he came across, he made sure that that person felt like the world. Because at the end of the day, we're nothing without each other. It's all about love at the end of the day. I'm gonna leave this with y'all. Something my father always instilled in my siblings, myself, my family, his band members, and his fans. I want y'all to repeat after me. Say, whatever you do, big or small, do it well, or don't do it at all. Show you right.
Come on, another hand for Brother Wally Brown. And now we have coming before us Dr. Vedette Coleman Robinson. She is the president and CEO of the Association of African American Museums. Won't you give her a hand as she comes?
Hello everyone, how are you? Oh, y'all could do better than that. I know you can. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. First and foremost, I know I only have 2 minutes and I'm not trying to get yanked off of here like Sandman and Showtime at the Apollo, so I'm going to do this quickly. I would like to thank Ron, wherever he is, and you as well, Natalie, and the team here at the Go-Go Museum, which I do think needs to be named. Wherever Ron is, you guys are going to have another thing to do before you open up these doors, which is to rename this museum the National Go-Go Museum, because it's the only one in the country. Yes, thank you. With the opening of this museum is now the 20th music museum in the nation. But it is, like I just said, it is the only Go-Go museum. The thing that makes this museum so important, which all of you know, is it aligns with the Anacostia Community Museum as well as the Frederick Douglass Home. And those are both of our museum members as well. As a Jersey girl, which you guys can boo me later, but don't do it now, right now, please. As a Jersey girl, I was introduced to EU and Junkyard Band, as well as Rare Essence at Virginia State University. And I will never forget when go-go music hit in our gym jams, everybody rushed the floor and I had no clue what to do. But I also was told, girl, you better hurry up and move because you can't beat your feet. So go over there in the bleachers. I was never introduced or invited to a live go-go, by the way, so I guess everybody thought that I wasn't going to be able to beat my feet correctly, which I'm fine with. I also want to make sure that all of you understand the momentous occasion about today. I know that there are a few people smiling down on today. Definitely Chuck Brown, John Kennard, who was the founder of the Anacostia Community Museum and one of our founders for the Association of African American Museums as well as Mayor Berry. So I would love to thank you all for inviting me. I see the good Reverend about to snatch me off the stage. But before I say anything else, I would love to thank, again, the Go-Go Museum for introducing me and bringing me up and allowing me to share the stage with so many esteemed colleagues. Thank you so much.
Brothers and my sisters, our next speaker, before he comes up, I have to share my great memory of the first go-go tape I ever heard. My god brother James came over to the house. I was a little boy, and he brought a Trouble Funk tape over. Trouble Funk tape came over, and the band was cranking, and you heard shoom, 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 shoom. And I was like, what is that? What is that? My god brother said, that's a juju stick. They got these sticks, they go shoom, 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 shoom. And so until I actually got old enough to go to a go-go, I thought at the go-go they had little sticks going shoom, 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 shoom. And so come on, do me a favor and put your hands together for one of the originators of Go-Go, Big Tony Fisher. Come on, put your hands together for Big Tony today.
Good morning, everybody. I guess it's still morning. So, yeah, I'm going to be real quick because I know Red's going to snatch me off here. I'm not going to be too long-winded, but I want to start off by saying that the Go-Go Museum is very special to me for a lot of reasons. One of the main reasons is I grew up like right up the street from here. You know, I was a young teenager over here in the projects growing up off of Sheridan Road. And I was introduced to Go-Go at the age of 17. I met Chuck Brown at the Club Laverne. And I actually talked to him over the phone. He had called the payphone. We had payphones back then. He had to speak to Ted Hawkins. He said, "Who is this?" I said, "This is Tony." He said, "Take some of that bass out your voice, boy." But yeah, I met Chuck at the age of 17, and we've been great friends ever since. He's my musical mentor and a wonderful friend. And it's an honor to even know that I know he's smiling down on all of us right now. Shout out to my man Ron Moten. Man, what you did is like, I think everybody doubted that, man, but you pulled it off. So yes, God bless you, man. This is one of those things, man, that we gotta preserve, is the history. And the history of Go-Go is very important. It's very important, y'all. I mean, you cannot confuse the history with popularity. You know what I'm saying? There's history of Go-Go, and then you have the popularity of Go-Go. So it's like a doorknob. Everybody gets a turn, but don't forget the forefathers. Shout out to R.E., JYB, EU, Trouble Funk. We all come to Southeast. We are the forefathers of the Go-Go. Chuck Brown planted that seed, and we helped nurture it and made it grow to what it is this day. And then came along your JYBs and your BYBs and all these groovers. Man, we're just one big family, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. And thank y'all for coming out and sharing this moment with all of us. And we love all y'all. And look, check me out in my play with Anacostia. Coming up, my first play, y'all. Come on out, check that out. Thank you, man. Thank you, Ron.
Come on, y'all give it up, Big Tony. Somebody shout, "Drop the bomb." Somebody say, "What you gonna do?" Let's get small. Next up, we are excited. This brother has blessed us because he's been able to show how to be able to not just take Go-Go to the world, but he's been able to show us his development as a person, his development in the region. And so he's blessed us through Go-Go culture, Go-Go music, but he's also blessed us with his acting skills. He's also blessed us with his work around community violence intervention. I want you all to help me and put your hands together for Big G, Ralph Anwan Glover.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hey, man, that's like we out here. Hey, look, real quick, I'm gonna be brief because we got a lot of things to get accomplished, but we all know why we're here today, right? When Mayor Bowser made our music the official music of Washington, D.C., that set a standard. Because I've been all over the world, and they always say, so Washington, D.C. this, Washington, D.C. that. What do y'all have to stand for? Our music. Like Big Tony say, the forefathers, the ones that did it before us, was always here. I used to meet Chuck Brown, man. I used to sit with Pop. He used to always tell me, listen, you got to do something better with your life. You keep getting shot, you keep doing this. 14th and Irving Street, all the Go-Go bands used to play right there. Every Saturday morning, I was a little kid riding on my bike. The list of the story can keep going. I used to ride my bike to go see Junkyard and 19th and them. My favorite band. That's why it's back, y'all, because if it wasn't for no back, it wouldn't be Jump. But Jump laid the foundation for us. Go-Go Mickey and Foots used to always let me carry the equipment in the black hole, because I used to live on Park Road, 610 Park Road, right behind the black hole. And they used to let me carry the equipment inside the black hole. And then Chief and them would put me out, I hide in the bathroom. They said, G, get out of here. So when I got locked up and went down C-No, and then I went to Oak Hill, I got out, I got taller. So I come out and I say, Vic, you gonna let me in the black hole now? He's like, you a little taller, got some man's clothes on, you fresh, you can come in. So it went from there, but I was a little kid, always wanted to be in the Go-Go. I've been shot 13 times. I'm still here. I'm not paralyzed. I'm not in the penitentiary. I can still tell my story to the young brothers and sisters that want to come up. And this music saved my life. Myron Burry used to sit with me. I used to talk to him. He say, boy, I don't know if you're going to be here today or gone tomorrow. But he always talked to me. Chucky Thompson, God bless the dead, took me and introduced me to Chuck Brown twice. And then the second time was at Kilimanjaro. And then that was it from there. We just kept pushing and kept pushing. But it's always a story behind every person. And it's always love. We must respect our women. But I wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't for this music. And it wasn't for the people here in our city. Like to thank Natalie Hopkins, like to thank Ron Moulton, everybody, the mayor. We love y'all. The cable and television department, what y'all doing with our city and open the doors for us and letting us know that we are somebody that don't have to move out of town. Don't have to go nowhere else to make money. We can make it right here in our city. Mr. Brooks, we thank you. We thank everybody. You know what I mean? Ty, we thank you for opening the doors. Well, I ain't had the money. My mother credit card declined. Y'all still let me get the clothes. We appreciate y'all. We like to thank all the Go-Go pioneers right now. Scooby, everybody. The whole junk back there. Pops, where you at, Pop? Love you, man. It's a beautiful time. Thank Mo Shore to everybody that opened them doors, man. It wouldn't be nothing. I'm more proud to be a Washingtonian. My family been here since the 1800s. We've been right here. I can tell that story later on. But we're going to still keep moving and keep going. But it ain't nothing if without music, the food or whatever, but it's the music and the people here and the people that made this city. We love y'all. Let's keep striving. And look, as the day go long, always remember we must respect each other. And it's not just one band. It's a lot of us out here. And we all striving to take care of our people. But let's keep the beat going and let's keep doing what we doing. And let's stop hurting each other and stop hating.
Next we have some folks who I'm just so godly proud of. When you look at transformation, when you look at being able to turn your pain into power, that I first met them as they were part of a crew called Check It, but they were able, and they were doing a lot of challenging violence in the region, but Ron Moulton brought them to us at Community of Hope, and we helped Mo as he was working with them and celebrated them. And I am so proud to just see what they become and the business people they become and the work they become to help transform this community and the work they're doing. Do me a favor, put your hands together and give a rousing ovation for Star Bennett and Erica Ebal Briscoe of the Check It Enterprises. Come on, y'all, give it up.
Good afternoon, I'm Erica. First and foremost, I want to thank the city and its amazing community for supporting us on our journey. Standing here today is a dream come true, and it's one I never could achieve alone. I grew up as an at-risk youth. There are moments in my life where challenges I face are insurmountable. But through it all, the city, its programs, its leaders, and its peoples played a role in helping me see the future for myself. Like Angel and Lump, they've been in my corner since I was a kid. This city believed in me when I was learning to believe in myself, and for that, I am forever grateful. With every hurdle I overcome, I became more determined to build something not only for myself, but also for others who might be walking the path similar to me. Today, I stand here proud to say I am an entrepreneur, a business owner, and the owner of 3 buildings right here in my hometown. But more than that, I'm a testament so many others. Together we proven that when we invest in people, You build futures, and when we build futures, you create a legacy of hope and opportunity. Thank you.
I just want to thank everyone for sticking with us and always supporting and believing in Chackett. This has been a long journey for us, but we did it. Shout out to our amazing team and everybody who made it happen. Thank you, everybody.
Come on, y'all give them another hand. Amen. Before I announce our next person, I do want to send a shout out that we have just a general of the region, and I would not want us to go through and not acknowledge her presence. I need you to put your hands together for our U.S. Representative Delegate Eleanor Holmes Norton. And we thank God for you and all that you've done for this city and for this region, and we're grateful for your presence today. Now we get down to two of the folks that have helped really bring us together. I think that what is so significant and important about this moment is that we had to take Go-Go. Folks sometimes will take Go-Go and try initially to just make it a music, but I'm grateful that this sister helped us to understand it as a culture. That she's helped us to understand Go-Go culture and all that it is, and understand its academic and intellectual significance in the nation and the region. You don't have a museum just for something that's regular, but this is something that was birthed out of here, birthed out of us, that we've given to the world, that we have to make sure the world takes notice of and the world is able to see. And I'm grateful to this sister because her scholarship has literally helped to put this in a space in which from the high institutions of academics all the way to the hood, the Go-Go music can be understood for the culture it is and the impact it has on our region. And so we are here at the Go-Go Museum and Café as a result of this dear sister, this brilliant sister, this incredible sister, this amazing sister, this powerful sister, this moving and shaking sister, this don't take no trash sister, this put in the work sister and make it do what it do sister. Y'all do me a favor and give a hand for the incomparable Natalie Hopkinson. Come on, put it together for her right now.
Hi everyone, I can't believe we're here. So I'm gonna make this short because I know we want to get right to the music and Chef Angie's amazing food. But I just wanted to say a few things. Our drums, our dance, our spirituality, our music has been criminalized all around the world. Go-Go in DC, Santeria in Cuba, Candomblé in Brazil, Comfort in Guyana, Obia in Jamaica, Voodoo in New Orleans. But our music and our culture has also been our power. So voodoo helped power the Haitian Revolution. In 1804, it was the first democratic republic. Drums and spirituality fueled the Islamic rebellions in Bahia in 1835. In Brazil, they were inspired by the uprisings in Haiti. And as my student says, there was not a text message, there was not a tweet that went out, but the word spread, and the drums are an important part of what has told our story and driven our revolutions. And so it was with WDC. We won the right to play our music from T-Mobile in Shaw 5 years ago, and we just marked 5 years of the anniversary of that victory. We've also had many victories since. We stopped the move of our sports teams out of DC. We stopped the Not in DC movement, stopped corporations from defiling the legacy of one of our heroes, Marion Barry. Go-Go music is the most powerful stuff on the planet. And so, thank you. And so one of my great honors is to be the chief curator of the Go-Go Museum. When I was doing my PhD on Go-Go music many years ago, my daughter Maven, who's right here, was an infant. My son was a 3-year-old, and she started calling me Dr. Go-Go. As a senior, we pressed Maven into service. She was the copy editor for the Go-Go Museum. We pressed my son Maverick into service. He produced virtual cultural equity forums and did metadata for the oral history archival projects. My mother, Serena, who's here, is certified, an accountant, she's retired. She's been pressed into service working on our projects. And so, you know, it's been really a family affair. I want to thank all of my students, all my PhD students at Howard. We would not be here without them. Brian Jenkins, Geneva Green, so many people who help work with us. We are going to keep, now that we have this space, I mean, a lot of what we're doing, what's tearing us apart in this world right now, is that we are all looking for a home. We're constantly being displaced, we're constantly being criminalized, we're constantly being muted, our voices are muted, our bodies are muted, our music is muted, and now that the Go-Go Museum is here, Go-Go Museum is one thing that will never be muted again. We have a home forever, and we just want to make it last forever. So thank you so much, everybody who's here. And I just want to, you know, say a word about the next speaker who's coming up. I'm sure Reverend Tony Lee will add to this. Let me just make sure I get this right here. So Ronald Mo Moten is the man of the hour. This is a man who does not stop. He is a fierce advocate, he's a brilliant strategist, and I'm so proud to call him my creative partner and my friend. Mo, I am so proud of what you've been able to accomplish. Mo does not respect any rules of gravity. And that is why we're here. If you knew how many cuss outs have happened for us to get here at this moment, and I'm just, yes, please give it up to Ron Moten. Relentless advocate. He will not stop. He will not quit. And you know, it is my hope that with the Go-Go Museum, we'll have a bunch more Dr. Go-Go's. We'll have a bunch more Mo's that are coming behind us. And thank you all for being here to bear witness to this amazing moment. Thank you.
Come on, y'all, give it up one more time, Dr. Natalie Hopkins.
We encourage you to come. This is a multi-million-dollar business, and it brings a lot of dollars to the DC economy. But the radio stations don't respect it. The government don't respect it. Don't nobody respect us. But we over 300,000 strong, and we can decide every election. And it's up to us to register to vote. It's up to us to come out as a family and get together and demand what we deserve in our communities. We fight for a Go-Go Museum for our people, and we got to come together and make it happen.
They try to call our music noise. Go-Go, heartbeat of the city, down to Washington, D.C. Old school to new school, R.E. told me, let's get it. They try to tell us turn the noise down. They try to tell us turn the noise down. They try to tell us turn the noise down. They try to tell us turn the noise down.
This ain't no new DC. See this that true DC. See this that go-go that chopping me in UDC. But now right through DC. I'm cool with no DC. Man, just don't come here and complain about what we do to DC. Gentrified and lies here in the District of Columbia. Cause nowadays it's do or die in the District of Columbia. I got a right to know, I got a right to do, I got a right